Hey there everyone, welcome back to another Game Vault video. As always, I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault, and I've got a little bit of news for you today. Another studio is not shutting down, but basically laying off everyone except the top, the guys who started it. And this one I'm taking personal. This one makes me really, really sad. So let's cue up the music and then we'll talk about it. Alright, well, if you're familiar with my channel at all and you've been around for a bit, you'll know I've done videos, total walkthroughs for two games from Kyokin Interactive, and this is the studio that we're going to be talking about today. The first one was Deliver Us the Moon, the second one was Deliver Us Mars, and I believe they were pitching a third one or had plans for a third one called Deliver Us Home. Now, if you have not played these games, I recommend them. Yeah, they are not AAA games by any sense. They are a little janky from time to time. They're a little rudimentary sometimes in the way they look and the way they feel, but there's a lot of heart in these games. They've got great stories, and they were fun to have the story unwind for the first one. Deliver Us the Moon was great, and Deliver Us Mars doubled down on that and brought us back to this world and to some of these characters, and it was really nice. It was a lot of, like I said, a lot of feeling in these games, and it sucks that the studio is suffering like that. And here's the team. These are the co-founders for Kyokin, Cone Dietman and Paul Dietman. I'm assuming they're brothers, but who knows. And then here's the rest of their team. Unfortunately, all these guys and girls are not with the company anymore as of today, I would assume, from what I heard. So I wish them luck out there. I hope they all find jobs within the industry somewhere, and I hope that the Dietman fellows here, I hope that they can really find a way to continue doing what they've done and to keep their vision going, and to maybe partner up, as much as that can be selling your soul a little bit, partnering up with a larger company or something to help produce your stuff. I don't know. We'll have to see. But let's go to the story itself. This is on Game Informer. Deliver Us Mars developer Kyokin Entertainment lays off nearly entire staff. Here we go. The developer has laid off nearly its entire staff. The studio's two founders are the only remaining employees. Founders Keon Dietman and Paul Dietman, that's the CEO and managing director, announced on social media that after the studio failed to secure funding during the Game Developers Conference, the GDC in March, it had exhausted all our possible options for publishing, work for hire, and co-development. As a result, the remainder of its staff have been let go. GameIndustry.biz confirmed that 13 employees were affected, 11 of which were full-time, and 2 freelance contractors. The Dietmans have made a call for any studios with open positions to hire its affected staff. Well, that's really big of them there. That's really good of them. And the founders plan to stay in business and have vowed to rebuild, which includes launching a Kickstarter to crowdfund Deliver Us Home, a sequel to Deliver Us Mars. So I'm going to try to keep my ears and eyes open for this one, because I would like to promote that here on the channel. I know I'm not big. I have no huge reach or anything like that, but, every little bit helps. And I would love to support these guys and get a third game out there, because the first two were fantastic. A lot of fun. It was clear Kyokin was in trouble when the founders posted a video in March revealing it had been unable to land a publishing deal after spending 2 years pitching 5 games to over 40 publishers. Instead, the founders decided to publicly reveal these projects to help garner interest, one of which was Deliver Us Home, and 2 were Deliver Us the Moon spin-offs, including a VR game. That's interesting. Kyokin once employed 45 employees, but the headcount was reduced to 20 by March 2024, before 4 more employees were let go that month. In an interview with Game Industry Biz, the Dietmans revealed they had gone months without collecting a salary to help stay afloat. Yeah, that's a heartbreaker. Alright, we'll go to Metacritic now for a look at these games and how they were received. Deliver Us the Moon here for PlayStation 4 got a 77, a pretty good score there at Metascore based on 21 critic reviews. The user score itself was a little more mixed at 6.5 based on 95 user ratings. Nothing, it's like I said, it's not fantastic, but it's definitely a game worth playing, and I do highly recommend it. And I think Deliver Us Moon was slightly better than its sequel, but the sequel is definitely worth pursuing, especially if you enjoyed the first one, because it takes that story from the first one, expands on it a lot, and gives you some details on characters that that you had questions about. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Moving on to Deliver Us Mars. Here we go. 68 on the Metacritic, which is, you know, not terrible again. You know, it's definitely not as good as 4 was, but why are we here? Why don't we go to the actual... There we go. I'm sorry, 69. Okay, this is a PC. 69 on the PC, 5.7 on the user score. So the users were a little tougher on this one. That puts it kind of going down to, you know, the unfavorable area. Like I said, it definitely was not as good as the first one, but it was still pretty good. You know, an enjoyable game, a nice story to it that I enjoyed very much. I think some of the traversal in this one was a little more janky and got a little frustrating from time to time. But if you haven't picked these up, look for them. I'm sure you can get them on sale. I think Deliver Us the Moon might be on PlayStation Plus right now. If not, Deliver Us Mars. I was a day one on Deliver Us Mars. I bought that ahead of time, I think, you know, because I had enjoyed Deliver Us the Moon so much just briefly beforehand. But yeah, give them a try. Watch the videos if you want here on the channel. I'd love that and appreciate that. But yeah, I'm hoping the best for these guys. I'm hoping they're able to recover and get back out there and deliver us home one of these days. If you enjoyed this video at all, please leave a like on it down below and let me know what you think down in the comments about yet another studio having to go through something like this. I mean, 12, 14 guys is not a lot to lay off, but when that's the entire size of your staff, that's huge and that's terrible. And I wish these guys well. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace.